Hello viewers, you're welcome. In this episode today, I've got news for international students that's gotten their visa approved and are planning on coming into Canada. I've got the news for you today. And likewise too, on the express entry, the latest one, I've got the news for you on Provincial Nominee. Likewise, I've got news for you too. And on the border closure for people coming into Canada from the US or other countries apart from the US, I've also got news. I've got lots in stock for you today. So you want to hang on tight, stay tuned. I will be dissecting all this information just for you. Alright viewers, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are planning on migrating to Canada. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please do me the honor, hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And for ardent followers, you've been following us, thank you very much for believing in us. And likewise too, you want to hit on the likes button and share this video with whoever you feel will benefit from it. All right, so I'll be starting today with the news that we got from Bill Blair, that is the Minister for Public Safety here in Canada, regarding the non-essential traveling into Canada by people that are not permanent residents or Canadian citizens. So this is the information that we got on his Twitter page, and it says, as cases rises and variants of concern continue to emerge across the country, we will continue to do what it takes for as long as it takes to keep Canadians safe. Restriction on non-US international travel into Canada have been extended until May 21st, 2021. So that is the information we got from the Minister of Public Safety, Bill Blair. So what that simply connotes is that for non-US, there's a rule, there's a restriction for US and Canada and Canada and the rest of the world. So this one is particular reference to Canada and rest of people aside from US. If you're coming from the US, there's a different rule. There's a restriction, but there's a different rule. But for those that are coming into Canada apart from any other countries apart from US, you cannot come in up until May 21st. You want to agree with me that since March last year, they keep postponing it, changing it 1 month after the other, keeps extending it, non-restriction. And this time around again, it has been extended again up until May 21st. So who knows, by the time we get to May 21st, they might extend it again till June. No thanks to this COVID-19 pandemic. So that simply implies that if you want to come into Canada from any countries apart from the US, you can't come in now, except you meet some certain criteria, like you're an essential worker, there's a very paramount need for you to come into Canada, or you're a permanent resident, or you're a citizen, or you're an immediate family member of these, then you can come into Canada. And not just come into Canada alone. When you come into Canada, you need to quarantine in a designated hotel for 14 days. And you need to have your COVID-19 negative result test too. You need to have that. And don't forget that you can only land, for international travelers that are permitted to come into Canada now, you can only land in 4 international airports. At Toronto Airport, Montreal Airport, Calgary Airport, and Vancouver International Airport. So those are the 4 designated international airports that people can land. International people that are coming from abroad, if you're allowed to come into Canada, those are the only airports where you can land. And when you land, you need to quarantine yourself in a government-approved designated hotel at your own expense. Then when you have a negative COVID-19 test result, then you can now go to your continue quarantining for the remaining days in wherever you are actually going in Canada. So that is the news that I just want to give to you. All right, so the next news that I want to share with you today is that Canada is actually discussing, it is not yet certain yet, it's actually discussing, they are contemplating suspending international students from coming into Ontario and probably on the long run, the whole Canada on the long run. The reason being that because of this COVID-19. So it was clamored in the last few days that the Ontario Ontario Premier, that is Doug Ford, actually told the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, that he should actually suspend international students from coming into Ontario, because probably he felt that some of them are the ones bringing this COVID-19 into this country. And one of the ways they can actually mitigate COVID-19 from coming into Ontario and Canada at large is to suspend international travelers from coming into Canada. So that was the news we got some few days ago. But Subsequently after that, we got some news to counter that, like the information that I got from Umber College, which is one of the designated learning institutions in Ontario. They were quickly to issue out a memo to all international students that applied to come into their school to study, negating that. And this is the news they shared. Dear, the name of the applicant. During a press conference on Friday, April 30th, 2021, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said the Canadian government is considering halting the arrival of international students in Ontario, following a request from the province to combat the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. The government of Ontario clarified on Friday that they haven't made a formal request to ban international students coming into the country. Umber remain committed to supporting all our international students. We look forward to welcoming you to Umber College and supporting you during your study. For detailed information on preparing on your arrival into Canada, your quarantine and your post-quarantine information, see. So that is the information that we got from Umber College, negating that. So that simply implies that probably there's nothing of such that will be happening. But the Prime Minister gave an hint regarding that there might be suspending international students from coming into Canada. But now Umber College is saying that is not the case. So we don't know, but I just feel that I should dish out this information because it is good for you to know. All right, so let me now move to the next news. Are you in Canada? Don't forget that sometimes late April, Government of Canada, the immigration system, they said that they are creating a new pathway to welcome 90,000 applicants to become permanent residents in Canada. The only but there is that you have to be in Canada. And the breakdown is that 40,000 ex-international students will benefit from this. 30,000 essential workers that work during the pandemic period will benefit from this, and 20,000 health workers will benefit from this. So the news that I've done a video on this in the past, so you might want to check my playlist for better explanation. But just to remind you that on May 6th, that's in the next few days, that stream will be opening. So all I just want to let you know is that please, I want to believe that from the time I told you about it, or you must have read about it, you are prepared for it, because the moment it opens on May 6th, I can guess that the actually CIC website will be crashed on that day, because there are so many people. So I don't want you to be out of this. So you need to make sure that you've gotten all your documents in place, so that once it opens, you put in those information. Don't forget that there's a limit to what they're looking for. 40,000 for international students, 30,000 for essential workers, and 20,000 for health care workers. So the moment that number is reached, then it is closed. So that means that you don't have to wait till November 5th, probably, November 5th, when the program will be finishing, closing. It might not even get to that point, because the moment the limit is reached, then the program is over. And don't forget that this is a temporary policy. It's not going to run forever. So you have to eat it as at when due. All right, so let me keep you abreast of the express entry draw that was done on the 29th of April. So the 29th, that's the 185 express entry drawn so far from inception. And the CRS score was pegged at 400. Yes, 400, you had me right. And the only but there is that it was geared towards Canadian experience class, meaning that only for those that studied in Canada, probably they are present in Canada now. And also 6,000 applicants were told to apply. It's whopping, it's high, and the CRS score was low, 400. Congratulations to those that were invited. And likewise, as I said, it's only for Canadian experience class. So what that suffices to say is that only those that are in Canada, that studied in Canada, benefited from this. No thanks to this COVID-19 pandemic, FSW and FST has not been done since December, if I'm not mistaken. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that only those that studied in Canada is benefiting from this. So that's an indication to the fact that if other pathway, other process are failing you, express entry is failing you, provincial nominee is failing you, you need to look at study. I know it is huge, it is capital intensive, but that could be a pathway for you, because I can tell you of a truth that if you get all things right, if you can get your study permits approved to come into Canada, you are almost 60 to 70% sure of getting a permanent resident and eventually becoming a Canadian citizen. And a day before that, that is on the 28th of April, the 184 draw was done, but this one was geared towards provincial nominee. Provincial nominee, you all know what it is all about. 381 ITA was sent out for people to apply, and the score for that particular draw was 717. So 381 applicants were told to apply, and the CRS score was 717. So if you look at 717, if you minus 600, because for you to be nominated to apply through provincial nominee, then that means you have gotten additional 600. So, and the CRS score was 717. So if you minus 600 from 717, that means the least person that was invited to apply for this provincial nominee actually had 117 in the express entry pool. So that is actually significant, and that's an indication to the fact that you should not just be looking at provincial express entry alone. Provincial nominee provide another pathway through which you can actually come into Canada. Even with, despite the fact that your CRS score is low in the express entry pool, for as low as 117, as you can obviously see in this recent draw, you can actually land yourself in Canada. So that is just for you. So to this effect, I just want you to know that provincial nominee is another avenue. I keep reiterating this in most of my videos. We have 10 provinces in Canada and 3 territories, and virtually all of them operate what is called provincial nominee, because the federal government of Canada allow these provinces, these states as you might want to call it, to bring in people to come into that province. So that implies that if you can come into Canada through provincial nominee, take for instance, if you come into Canada through Ontario provincial nominee, Quebec or Manitoba provincial nominee, that means you have to be in that province that invited you. You have to be there. That nominated you, you have to be in that province. Yes, you can't just go to other province. After some time, you might decide to leave, but that province that invited you, that is where you have to land, and that's where you have to live. This is Canada, so you don't have to be perturbed about that. Alright viewers, I hope you actually understood the video that I brought for you today. I've served you the news on international students, on the speculation that we're hearing that probably they might be suspended, and what some schools are actually saying regarding that. Likewise, I brought you news regarding non-essential travelers. For people that wants to come into Canada, you can't come in now because the embargo, the restriction has been extended again up until May 21st. We don't know if that might be extended again. Likewise, I shared with you the express entry draw, the last two that was done on April 28th and April 29th. I told you one was provincial nominee, and I told you the other one was Canadian experience class, and I gave you the implication of that. Likewise, I told you why you should apply for provincial nominee and why you should be looking at study route 2. Do you have any question on what I've said that you do not understand, you need more clarification? Feel free to drop it in the comment section. I love reading those comments, and I will try as much as possible to find answer to those questions. And if you enjoyed this video, please, it doesn't cost you anything. Smash on the likes button, and don't forget to share this video with whoever you feel will benefit from it. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, or probably you're still thinking, please, one of the ways you use to support us on this platform is to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and likewise to share this video with whoever you feel will benefit from it. Till I come back to you again on this platform, stay safe, wear your mask, social distancing, and get the vaccine as soon as you can. Peace out.